The Sirens finale ties everything together with raw emotion, messy choices, and one last crash of chaos. At its core, the story has always been about two sisters trying to reconnect while figuring out who they are outside of trauma, survival, and other people's expectations. Let's start with Simone and Devon. These two have been distant for years, but we finally get that emotional payoff when they open up about their past. Simone owns up to Bailyn when things got hard, and Devon admits how dark it got for her while caring for their dad, Bruce. The moment they break down together is huge. It's the first time they really see each other, flaws, guilt, all of it. Simone offers Devon a fresh start, even invites her to New York. It's clear she wants to make things right. But Devon's not just waiting around to be saved. She's been through too much. When Ray disappears and Allie starts calling like a madwoman, it's a mess. Devon thinks maybe she pushed him too far with her words, and she spirals a little. Thankfully, Ray turns up alive, but he ends things hard, blaming her for his near-death experience. Whether he's being fair or not, that moment is a wake-up call for Devon. She's been hanging on to people who don't choose her, and for once, she chooses herself. Then there is Simone's whole situation with Michaela, aka Kiki. Simone thought she was finally winning, a promotion, a new life, running Kiki's foundation, but Kiki has that photo of her and Peter kissing and fires her cold. That scene where Michaela lays down the law, NDA and all, is brutal. Simone tries to explain, but Kiki doesn't care. To her, Simone is just another betrayal. There is this heartbreaking scene between Bruce and Simone that hits like a gut punch. Bruce, who's been slipping in and out of clarity because of his dementia, has a rare moment of lucidity. He opens up to Simone about one of the worst memories from her childhood, the night the cops came to take her away. He admits he shut the door on her and left her to deal with a system that failed her. He tells her he remembers things he wishes he could forget and forgets the stuff that actually matters. It's raw, and Simone's face says it all. She's been carrying this pain for years. Right after that, she spirals. She bolts out of the police station and runs straight toward the cliffs, gasping for air and completely overwhelmed. It's not just a panic attack, it's years of abandonment, grief, and pressure crashing down all at once. That moment shows that beneath her polished exterior, Simone is still that little girl who got left behind. Peter, on the other hand, is waking up to how messed up his life is. He finally breaks things off with Michaela, saying he wants more than this fancy cage he's been living in. He wants love, family, meaning. Michaela, being Michaela, tries to control the narrative with her usual power moves, reminding him about the prenup and everything she's given up. But Peter's over it, and then Simone shows up at the gala in the dress Michaela had made for her, and it's clear Peter and Simone are now a thing. Devon calls Simone out for stealing someone's husband, but Simone isn't trying to feel guilty. She claims Peter came to her and she's just going through an open door. That line is kind of the point. Simone has spent her whole life being powerless. Now she finally has power and she's using it. Maybe it's messy, maybe it's not moral, but it's real. She wants her life back. Devon, though, decides to walk away. She tells Simone that letting go is the best decision she can make. Her whole life she's been sacrificing for others, especially Simone. She dropped out of college, cared for their dad, and never got anything back. So now she's done, and the way she says goodbye, it's like she's finally setting herself free. Simone cries, realizing she might really lose her sister. They promise to visit, do the girly stuff they used to do, but it feels like a turning point. Devon leaves with Bruce, fully owning the role she chose, not the one forced on her. In the final scenes, Simone ends up exactly what she always thought she wanted to be. Dressed in couture, standing beside Peter at a glamorous gala, the entire room watching her, she's won on the surface. But the expression on Devon's face, and even Simone's brief moment of breaking down, betrays the truth. This isn't triumph, it's survival rebranded as success. Peter's proposal isn't a romantic arc, it's a survival mechanism for both of them. He's fleeing a marriage built on control and image. She's clawing her way into stability after a lifetime of instability, but as Michaela herself warns, a baby won't make you younger, and a new life doesn't erase an old one, it just repackages it. The irony is crushing. Simone has become the very woman she replaced. Simone thinks she's different, but the audience knows better. We've seen the cycle. The final twist comes when Michaela shows up on the ferry. She and Devon have this surprisingly chill moment. Michaela admits she doesn't know what's next for her. She asks Devon to cash the check she gave her and opens up about her past with Peter, how she went through the same cycle Simone is going through now. That's the big revelation. Michaela doesn't hate Simone. She was Simone once, a woman with nothing who grabbed at the first sign of love and safety, even if it was messy. The final shot of Simone on the cliffside, smiling at the ocean, is ambiguous. Did she win? Did she lose everything? Is she free? Or just trapped in a fancier cage than before? It could go either way, but she's standing tall, and that's what matters. For the first time, she's not running. Sirens is ultimately a story about two sisters who took wildly different paths through trauma, only to find themselves haunted by the same question: who am I if I stop surviving? Life is messy, families are complicated, and healing doesn't always mean going back. Sometimes it means letting go. Devin chooses peace, Simone chooses power, and Michaela, she might finally get to choose herself.